What's up, my baby? ZackScott here, playing The Binding of Isaac. And as you may know, I am trying to get Golden God status. But one thing that I haven't unlocked, and I pulled up a list here. Raw liver chop, cheers, money is power, mom's contacts, forget me now. Those are the 5 things I haven't picked up. The one thing I haven't unlocked, I believe, is shears. And so we're using Isaac with the D6. And today, I'm going to try to die over and over to unlock the shears. And to make it interesting, I've compiled a list, and I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I've compiled a list of things that I wish would also die, because to unlock the shears, I have to die 100 times. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it to basically each store, try to switch it out, see what I get, and then die. And that way I'll get the 100 deaths, hopefully. I don't know how many I have now, probably 50, probably halfway there, I don't know. And so let's see what this is. This is Mom's Pills, switch it out. It is a bomb bag. Still don't need it. So anyway, I'm gonna now kill myself. And after each death, I will tell you something else, something that I hate. So let's die, come on, let's do it. We're gonna die, we're gonna get hit several times by this guy. And I'm going to die, and eventually we'll unlock the shears. I think it's the shears that unlocks. There's a death. Let's replay. One thing that I wish would die out of this world. Replay, there we go. And I have it listed here. Let's start with, I just made a list. I spent about 30 minutes to an hour just compiling a list of things that I don't like. One thing that I wish would die, USB drives. Let me mark this off so I know that I talked about it. USB drives are useful, but really I think we are better than that in the future. We don't need to connect drives through USB, especially when data should be able to be transferred much faster than USB eventually via wireless. Wireless is like the future. You should just be able to have a device that doesn't need any sort of power, or maybe it is powered, and you can just transfer the drives through USB. Or why would you? Let's say that's an impossibility. Let's say you don't want to have just like wireless power all around. You don't want to have. I'm talking about far future, not too far though. You don't want to have stuff like that around, and so let's say, man, this stage is long. So here's the alternative: cloud storage online. Just have an internet connection. You never need, going from one computer to the next. You just transfer it over the internet, over your home network, or if you're going from home to work or anything, just get it off some sort of online storage space. I mean, geez. Boom! Took out 3 of them. That was a cool move. I get to do some cool moves. So yeah, USB drives. I mean, they're cool. They're clunky though. I don't know I don't know the last time I've used a USB drive at home. I've always done it like emailing something, or getting it off the cloud, or syncing it up to my Google Drive, or just all sorts of things. Lard or scrolls. Neither one is what I need, so I'm going to die now. Goodbye now. I'm going to die now. And so yeah, USB drives I think is something that I wish would just go away. And there should be much faster connections than USB anyway. USB is always a little bit behind on speed. I know USB 3.0 is pretty fast, but at the same, and I know that it delivers power, but at the same time, I think it could be, I think there could be a better future in store. All right, something else I wish would die. Just picking randomly from this list, Burger King. Burger King, I don't know. I used to like Burger King. I really did. And but since then, their food has not really gotten better. To me, it's only gotten worse. They haven't really introduced anything. I think their fries used to be better, but I can never shoot those away. Every time I go, the Whopper's my favorite thing there. Seemingly they've downgraded their salads over the years. The Whopper is good enough, but it makes me think that, hey, Wendy's is better than this. Jack in the Box is better than this. Carl's Jr. is better than this. So I don't even go to Burger King anymore, and I think Burger King's really holding back better restaurants from becoming even better. I think Wendy's would be even better without Burger King competition, maybe. I don't know. No, it can't go in there. But, you know, Wendy's has overtaken Burger King in terms of sales, and I'm really happy about that. Because Wendy's really is a better product. I'd never go to Burger King. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. I just explained it. So Burger King, add that to the list of things I wish would die. I don't think any of their items are truly unique. I can't really think of unique items that Burger King has, but I can think of a lot of unique things that Wendy's has. A lot of specials. Why am I collecting things? I want to die faster. The syringe or this angel? I need neither one. I showed you the list of things I need. This is not on them. So I guess I'm going to die. I'm going to have the boss kill me. Just kill me. Just kill me. Just get it over with. Ouch. 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 I'm dead. Alright, so that was another thing. Let's see. Replay. Pull up my list here again. Another thing I wish would die. Alright, here we go. Puppy mills. I think it's pointless to raise a bunch of animals in such horrible conditions. Whoa. That's crazy. Chest in a chest. Now, I'll admit, you know, the animals, I'm much more in favor of finding animals and then you know, taking care of them, because there are so many animals, so many animals that need homes. And you know, I don't really have a huge problem with breeders at all. But when you're like a massive like corporate breeder and you sell you don't care like how many, I mean, you don't care about treating your stock properly, and you just, you know, you're just in it for the money, and you're just breeding puppies with genetic diseases and breeding animals and not taking care of them and just giving them out early and all sorts of stuff. Things that really stunt their development. Things like that. I just really do not have any patience for anything like that. And I'll admit, we got Izzy from a breeder, not a puppy mill, but a breeder. We actually went and checked out the place, and Izzy's our Chihuahua. But you know, we're not going to do that anymore. There's after finding our new dog and after adopting. Whoa, what the hell? Oh yeah, I've had that before. No, dang it. I think I've had that before, right? I just need money as power, shears, raw liver chop. Forget me now. My God. Once I collect those items. So puppy mills. If you are adopting a full breed animal, be sure to do some research. Make sure you're not buying from a puppy mill. You know, my aunt had neighbors who were. Oh, am I killing this? Am I really killing this with this angel? God dang it! Just shoot me. Just kill me. Oh my God, kill me. There we go. Replay. So yeah, it's another thing I wish would die. Another thing. Let's see. Cigarettes. Smoking cigarettes. And I have smoked a cigarette or 5 or whatever. You know, I smoked a handful of cigarettes in my life. Never becoming addicted. But I can feel the addiction coming on. And no, I don't recommend smoking them. I don't think they're cool. I don't know. I was just trying them. I was curious because, you know, they're legal. They are not that that had any influence on me, but I just, you know, I was curious as to what they would be like. So over my life, I've smoked, you know, a half dozen at most cigarettes, maybe 20, maybe 7,000. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, it's quite a very nasty thing to do. I do not recommend it. I felt horrible every time I smoked one. I don't know why I did it. It was a mixture of curiosity and peer pressure. And cigarettes are horrible. They have so many chemicals in them. I'm not anti-drug. I think people should be able to make that kind of choice themselves if they want to do. I would never recommend people do drugs or do like really hard drugs like heroin or hard opiates or things like that. But cigarettes are truly nasty. They cause so much. The high that you get from smoking a cigarette is stupid and horrible and addicting. And it's all bad. It's all bad. Okay, whoa, we gotta be quick with this one. Let's see, let me get cigarettes. Did I cross it out? Okay, another thing, poverty. I think poverty should go away. What is this? Yep, got that. I think poverty should go away. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I really need to defend that. I don't want people to be poor. I do have a lot to talk about in regards to poverty. Why am I dodging? In regards to poverty. I think as we progress as a society and more technologies become available to the population overall, I think we're going to see, because like people of today, the people who are impoverished in the United States today have access to more and more technology, food, amenities than they did, 50 years ago. And that's just because, when you get a computer and it's old, you freaking throw it away. You don't want it anymore. But there's someone who will take it. You'll just give it away, and someone who is poor could take it. Or same with microwaves, TVs. Those things you can all find. You can find like old, used 80s TVs, 80s, 90s computers for free. Sure, they're not going to be as good as today's, but they're much better than we had 50 years ago. So I think, maybe in another 100 years we'll have, I don't know, a food replicator that someone just throws out and a poor guy takes and he replicates food. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the whole, I don't think it's that. I exaggerate, of course, but like even, and things get cheaper. Computers today, new computers today are cheaper than they were in the 90s. They're like $2,000 in the 90s. New computers, $600 today. Much easier to throw out in a couple years, which someone who's impoverished can always acquire that. Anyway, but that's poverty I'm talking about, which was the last thing from the last death. Another thing I would love to get rid of. I feel like I'm just dying on this one. I'm gonna die here. No, I'm not. No, I take it back. Let me just try. Let me just fight. I want to get to the item store, because the way that this is going to help me get Golden God is hopefully I will be able to find one of these items or something. I think that would be cool. I only have 5 items left. I compared it on my collection list. So yeah, I'll just wait. I'll wait for the next step to talk about something else. But I'll keep talking about poverty. So yeah, homeless shelters even are better today than they were 50 years ago. And so if you think about it, I think eventually we'll hit some form of mild utopia where everyone's needs or desires, or not desires, everyone's basic needs would hopefully be met just because technology for those exists. Food is a lot cheaper. Food costs have gone down. It's not as high quality as you could buy if you had a lot of money, but like you can go get a McDonald's hamburger for $1, and that's a good deal for someone who is impoverished. That would be a really good deal. I see people begging on the corner of the street all the time, and all you need to eat is like $3 a day. And even less if you were to buy all of your food at the grocery store, if you actually had a home and stuff. But anyway, of course I'm exaggerating a little bit too. That's poverty. Let's die. Kill me. Kill me. Oh, I teleported. Try that again. Only got one more hit. Kill me. There we go. Poverty, of course. I wish that would die. Another thing I wish that would die is AIDS or STDs. Wouldn't that be great if you didn't have to worry about getting a disease from just having sex with someone? Wouldn't that be wonderful? I mean, that would basically take away a lot of pain that people have had before we've known about certain STDs. Like, think about this. In the 80s, or more like 70s, before they knew this disease even existed, you could have sexual relations with someone and not even really worry about anything except for unwanted pregnancy, but there were condoms for that. And you wouldn't really have to worry. There were some diseases, but you didn't have to worry about AIDS, the life-threatening disease, AIDS. I mean, and they didn't even know about it, and so people were having sex, and AIDS was spreading. And so yeah, I would like to forego all future potential STDs as well as AIDS. If there were no AIDS, and even with blood transfusions, I mean, people have got AIDS from blood transfusions without us even knowing about that disease. And so yeah, what am I saying? So yeah, I would hate for another disease to pop up as surprising and as bad as AIDS in the future. So let's just mark them all out. All STDs. I wish they would all die. Wish they would all go away. Another thing I wish would go away. Another thing I wish would die. High fructose corn syrup. I'm not too concerned with all of the with all the health. You know, people are saying, oh, it's so much worse than sugar or whatever, and I don't know if it is. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not very learned about those things. But one thing that I do know is that Coke tastes much better with sugar, as does Dr. Pepper, as does Pepsi, as does all soda. All soda tastes a lot better with sugar than with high fructose corn syrup. The only reason they're using high fructose corn syrup is because the corn industry in America is subsidized, and so it's much cheaper than sugar. There are taxes and tariffs placed on sugar from overseas, and so why did I do that? I'm gonna want to die soon. So yeah, high fructose corn syrup, please go away so that my good sodas will come back. And also, since it's so cheap, they start just putting it in like everything. Like, oh, let's make bread sweet. Let's make fruit sweeter than it has ever been before because this stuff is so cheap and everyone loves sweet stuff, right? So maybe if it were a little more expensive, it would stop people from, you know, buying it. Because really, it's not good. It's not tasty. It's not like sugar at all is even that good for you. Sugar in, of course, limited quantities is, I believe. And, but yeah, so I just wish high fructose corn syrup would go away. Be replaced by something much tastier. Regular sugar, cane sugar, whatever you want to say. Because I want my old sodas back. I have to buy either Pepsi Throwback or Mexican Coke to get my Coke with sugar. Unlock the shears already. What a short episode. Well, that's a lot of things, you know. That's a lot of things I talked about, and that is a short episode. Let's keep going. Let's see if I can get a few more. This is a good way for me to get items. Maybe the shears will pop up. So let's keep going. Another thing I hate. I still need the liver chop, shears, money is power, mom's contacts, and forget me now. So let's just keep going. Let's see what I can get. I'll talk about a few more things that I wish would go away. Another thing I wish would go away: standardized testing. I hate it. I hate how kids are all judged the same way because everyone's learning needs are different. Everyone's skills are different, and just standardized testing, all it has done has caused teachers to focus on teaching kids the tests. That's all it's done. And then the kids go and they pass a test, and you know, they spend so much time just learning a test that they're missing out on important life skills. They're missing out on other teaching opportunities, other things that are very important. You know, here's the thing. With so much time focused on tests and rudimentary skills and just getting good at math, reading, science. Not that those things are not that those things are bad. Those things are good, but I mean, just to have it all trained in a specific way, so that you can just go take a multiple choice test or just an essay test and get a score. When everyone learns at different speeds, everyone performs at different speeds. Kids should not be held to a standard. So, but you know what I mean. Kids should not be held to a specific standardized test. And so all that schools do is teach this stuff. But think about this: if they were to develop other skills, things that the kids were actually interested in. I like to think about the Broadway producer of Cats. When she was in school, she was fortunate enough to not have some a-hole parents and teachers. Oh, there we go. There's something. Mom's contacts. That's a new item. There we go. Mark that off the list. I only got 4 now. Money is power. Forget me now. Shears and raw liver chop. So mark that off the list. Hallelujah. Let's get out of here. I almost have enough. Is there going to be something cool in the store? No, there will not be. But so yeah. So she was observed dancing in class, basically, like wherever she was going, they would have her like under observation, and she was just kind of dancing around. And you know, I think I forget the actual story, but this is told before you go see a Broadway play of Cats, at least the one that I saw. And she was just observed dancing, kind of mindlessly dancing on her own, off in her own little world. And the teacher or someone was concerned, or the parents were concerned, and like her principal, professor, teacher, whatever it was, whatever her educator was, you know, her parents were worried, and he said, no, you need to get your daughter in a dancing school. And so she went to a dancing school, developed her passion of dancing, and then put on a very successful Broadway play, Cats. So every kid's needs are different. Every kid's interests are different. A kid may not be interested in math or science, and sure, it might be beneficial for them to read it, or not to read it, but to learn it. Same thing with reading. You know, with the ACT, I was an extremely slow reader, and my overall score was affected by that because I simply couldn't finish the reading part. I comprehended everything I read for the most part. I just couldn't do it in a timely manner. So anyway, I got a 29 on my ACT, but it could have been higher if I was a faster reader and if I was interested in that thing. The next thing I don't like. Let's get this off. Let's get this on the list. Communism. Who likes communism anyway? I mean, really, who really likes communism? It might sound good on paper. You know, everyone is taken care of equally, but I've never seen a system of government that works exactly like that. It's always abused by people high up, and it never actually meets the needs of. Look at North Korea. Look at how their people are being abused in a communist system where their leaders are just abusing them, and they can't even. They say, like, you know, everyone gets everything they need, but they don't. They're impoverished. There's sure, they all might have jobs or duties to the country, but they are not getting taken care of. And so, no, communism. I wish communism would go away. I don't know. This is gonna be easy to die. There we go. Get my sizzle on. I don't know any country who has successfully done communism correctly, or by not correctly. Not that I like even. I don't even like the basic concept. I mean, even though it may sound good on paper to some people, but I would hope that you know. What am I saying? I got distracted. Another round. Let's see. Let's just do these all three at once. Racism, sexism, homophobia. You know, thinking that someone is a better or worse person due to their race or skin color, where they were born, whether they're male or female or transgendered, and also, or whether, you know, whatever their sexual preferences. Who cares if someone decides they want to have sexual relations with someone of the same gender? That does not make them a better or worse person. Unless you're a female, that makes you a much better person if you want to have sexual relations with females. Next thing I hate, and I'm going to die right now. Political parties. I think they're outdated. I think political parties, I'm talking about Democrat, Republican, any sort of political party, what they serve to do is they only serve to generalize and divide people. And that's what I really believe. You know, no one fully 100% supports everything the Democratic Party believes in. Same thing with the Republican Party. They're just there to help people get to power with somewhat similar ideologies, and they really don't do anything good. They play a game where they go back and forth at all times. They basically say, like, oh, we're gonna have it this way, and then, you know, the Democrats will get in power, and then everyone starts hating the bad things that they do, and then so they'll vote in Republicans, and then everyone starts hating the bad things that they do, and it just keeps going back and forth, back and forth. At the very least, if we can eliminate political parties in some fashion, either through just sheer will, I wish people would just realize and stop voting for them. Stop voting for Republicans and Democrats, because it's all the same. It's all the same, and they're only really differ on some very minor issues. Until then, I mean, maybe even a third popular party or something. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I wish I did, but I don't. And I'm kind of going through this. I'm still trying to find the item room, I believe. I might as well hit up the store, see if I can. I don't have a key though. Crap. Oh, but I know where one is. So yeah, political parties. Those things should just go away. That's my opinion. And here's a key that I may need. I'm not going to use it for that chest, I don't think. I'm going to try to go into the store and use it. Apparently these guys don't hurt me at all. That's kind of weird. Oh, a pill. Let's just take it. Who cares, right? No, telepills. Teleported me to the store. Can I reroll all of these? I don't need that. Well, dang it. No, let's just go in here and see what it is. Okay, well, we're done. Let me just burn in this fire. Political parties. That's another thing I talked about that I wish would just die. All right. Another thing I wish would go away. Let's see. Fax machines. Fax machines just need to get the hell out of here because I hate it. I hate it when I'm dealing with a company and they want like to fax me or something and they haven't quite caught up with the concept of emailing stuff. And it's been maybe a year or two since I've experienced that, but they're like, oh yeah, we have a fax line. I'm like, well, can I just scan it and email it? And they're like, oh no, you gotta fax it in. I'm like, well, how the hell am I supposed to freaking find a fax machine? It's like seriously. And why are you doing your freaking work on paper anyway that you have to print out and then send? Gish is a good thing. I picked it up. I don't need them though. So anyway, I wish that would go away for sure. Fax machines. They're so annoying. You guys in 10 years or less, fax machines, I hope to God, are not around. But I'm gonna die here. But if they are, God, it just doesn't make sense. Just email. Anyway, fax machines will still probably be built into copiers and stuff like that. But another thing, technology that CDs, optical media of all sorts, DVDs, Blu-rays. Not that okay. So I still buy CDs. The reason I buy CDs is because the quality, the sound quality, is much better than they sell in MP3 format, and you know, it's like 44.1 kilohertz or something, and it's I forget the bit rate or whatever. The file size per song is quite large, but really they could easily bump that rate up on iTunes or whatever store you buy, and sure, it'll cost more data to transmit, but they could even go better. They could go better than CD quality if they did it all digitally. Same thing with DVDs and Blu-rays. Sure, there'll be humongous files, and our networks aren't really prepared to handle, you know, Blu-ray streaming from with 7.1 surround sound and all that data, uncompressed data. But you know, I really wished it were. I wish we were. And reading optical drives are very slow. Next up on my list, hateful religions. I don't really care what religion a person is or what they believe in, as long as they're not trying to force me to believe something or act on something or participate in something that I don't want to. And that includes religions who practice hate. I believe that they have the right to believe what they want and to say what they want and to preach what they want. I believe that they have the right to do that. I just wish they wouldn't. I wish they wouldn't practice hate that causes people pain, hate that causes people to be divided for no reason. And I'm mainly referring to people like the Westboro Baptist Church, who goes and pickets, and they say that being homosexual is a horrible sin and you should feel horrible and you're going to hell for it. I just think they're a waste of time, and I wish they would go away. What is this? This could be like a crazy teleport or something. The lovers. What does it do? A couple hearts. Cool. I should know that. I'm sorry I haven't learned that yet. So yeah, hateful religions, definitely one thing that I wish would just go away. I'm taking damage here without caring because I got to nope. Oh, dang it. Why is this here? Hopefully by the time I'm done with my list, I will have found at least one more thing. There we go. I think I've almost died. What is this? Nope. None of those are good. I'm gonna burn myself now. Things I wish would die. I've already locked the shears. I'm just trying to find items right now. I'm trying to keep this video a little bit longer. I know the past couple of videos, there's a video I uploaded the other day. It was like less than 20, I think, I felt kind of bad about that. Another thing I wish would die, newspapers. Not necessarily the companies that distribute the news, but I think it's just a waste of trees. Nothing needs to be printed out anymore. I know it's still there for people who don't have the internet and old people or people who just want a physical thing to read, but there's really no need to get your news from a little dirty piece of paper that gets your hands dirty when it's delivered. It sits out in the rain. And I think newspaper companies should be able to compete quite well online, I think. But except now they're competing against people who do free news, people who do free video, people who have gotten a jump on them and have monetized their media before them. They're competing with video, all sorts of other things. Mom's knife, that's a great item. I've already got it though. Same with Gish. Anyway, so newspaper, kind of wish it would go away. Another thing that I wish would go away. Let's see. What is this? Okay, I have a few things. Okay, here's one. Unwanted pregnancy. No one. I don't really want to talk about. I know how divided people are on the abortion issue, but the thing that would stop abortion is unwanted pregnancy. If no one ever had to get pregnant unless they absolutely wanted to, and I don't want to start into like a big discussion of like, well, they just shouldn't have had sex if they didn't want to get pregnant. But I think that if it's not fair to a child who is born, who was not originally wanted because of some sort of financial issue or some sort of other issue, it's not fair to a mother who gets pregnant without wanting to be, who then carries the child to term, and then is forced to sacrifice her career or to be a single mother or anything like that when she doesn't want to be. So abortion would go away if the existence of unwanted pregnancy ceased. So, and of course that's an impossible wish. I mean, how are you going to do that? I'm not talking about things that are practical. I'm talking about just things I wish would not exist in this world, things I wish would die, things I wish would go away. Unwanted pregnancy is definitely a thing I wish would go away. Have I ever got that? I think I have. I'm going to pick it up anyway. I'm going to pick it up. No. Okay. I don't think I've gotten that. I mean, I have gotten that. I had to have because I made a list. I'm looking for liver chop, shears, money is power, and forget me now. And now I'm going to die. Is there fire in there? No. Okay. There's not. So, unwanted pregnancy, a thing I wish would go away. And then there would be absolutely no reason not to have sex with everybody. because then there wouldn't be any AIDS or STDs. There wouldn't be any risk of pregnancy. So what would a reason be? What would any reason to be like to not just have casual hookups with people? I can't think of one. Other than the whole, adultery thing. But anyway, another thing I wish would go away or die, as I am dying over and over and over. MySpace. Who the crap uses MySpace anymore? Except for music. It's good for music, but I wish instead of MySpace there was a music site very similar to YouTube. And there used to be. It was called mp3.com. In 2000, I used to use that for music. People could upload their own stuff. But is there any site where just anyone can just upload music and there's a comment and rating system and a top list and a nice community like YouTube? There could be. I don't know of it though. But I wish MySpace would go away. I wish it would die. Next one. Okay, let's see. Got that. Urinals. I wish urinals would go away. I don't know how you guys. I mean, they're quick and easy, but really, if they don't go away, why can't they all have privacy walls or like their own little rooms to go into? I hate being next to another person in a urinal. I hate it. It feels uncomfortable. I have a hard time peeing when that happens, and so I just wish urinals would go away. They don't really say. They might save a little bit of space, but can't they put at least just a wall between them and maybe a little door or something, for crying out loud? I do not like urinals. I try to use the stall every time. When I was a kid, before I even knew what he was doing, all I knew it was wrong. This guy masturbated next to me in a public urinal. Hated them ever since. The guy was a douche. And another thing that I wish would go away. Let's see. Pollution. I wish pollution would go away. I wish there was a way to dispose of our trash in a way that just wouldn't pile up and seep toxins into our groundwater. I wish there was a way that we could make it so that companies never dumped anything in public space or public water. I wish we could launch into space without worrying about, you know, it just ending up in our atmosphere. I wish, and wasting a bunch of fuel just to do a launch. I wish there was a way to get rid of trash and pollution. So therefore, I wish pollution did not exist. You can add trash to that too, I guess. I don't know. Because the Earth is only getting dirtier. Certain areas, of course, with their anti-pollution campaigns have gotten mom's bra. I'll pick it up. Have gotten a lot of the areas in the United States a lot cleaner. Some of them are worse though, especially radioactive pollution. I mean, that stuff is just not going away. It's hard to clean up. Dealing with pollution is an extra cost. I mean, sure, you can pollute something and then clean it up, but then you just spent a ton of money and time and manpower just to clean up a mess that didn't even need to be made in the first place. So pollution is one thing I wish would go away. We have a few more of these. I would lump coal power in with that, and maybe gasoline. That way I don't have to talk about those two energy sources. I think they're polluting power. Those two forms are very polluting. And if you could just do solar or do some sort of renewable energy, and soon we'll have the technology that makes it just as convenient as gasoline or just as convenient as coal power. So I'm not too worried about that. Another thing I wish would go away, tanning beds. How come people just can't be satisfied with their beautiful skin? Why do people have to go in and you know, get it tanned? It's a waste of money. Tanning in the sun causes cancer. It can cause or accelerate cancer growth. It just why can't you just be happy with the color of your skin? I mean, or just go outside and get a tan. Just tanning beds though, I mean, just kind of crazy. I mean, maybe I don't know. I'm not too. Girls and guys, I think you look, especially girls, I think you guys look fantastic with your skin, no matter how fair or dark it is. There's just no need to alter your skin. That includes any sort of skin bleaching that you feel might be necessary or anything like that. Be happy in your skin. Don't waste money and time getting it tanned because you look good as it is. Another thing I wish would go away, adding to that list, would be sunburns. I hate them. I hate some. Oh, I should have just died in the fire. What am I thinking of? I'll just blow myself up. Blow myself up with bombs. Here we go. All right. Let's do a couple more. Another thing I wish that would go away: random encounters in role-playing games. I hate them. I think they're annoying. I hate just having to grind by encountering random things and fighting them like in Final Fantasy. Oh my gosh, I just wish random encounters would go away. I think the Final Fantasy games and other role-playing games have done it much better lately. So why don't we just stick with that? Get rid of random encounters. I don't like them. That's really all I have to say about that topic. And anyway, well guys, I'm ZackScott. Subscribe if you have not. That about sums up my list. I also have other things on here like hunger. No, oh, I just died without even finding the item. I wasn't even paying attention. So yeah, add hunger to the list. Random encounters. Got some other things, but maybe we'll talk about them some other time. Tune in next time for more Binding of Isaac, and I'll see you then.